Hey guys, Dave DeBerardinis. It is Thursday afternoon. I want to share another concept with you. I believe 90 to 95% of this business happens between your own two ears, right? And here's what I mean. Right now we're all getting, each and every one of us, what we expect, what we envision, who we are being is what we get back. For those of you who have watched the movie The Secret a few years ago, or have been studying the law of attraction, it states that whatever you put your energy and focus on is what you get back in the world. The problem is most of the time we're not conscious of what we're putting out there. One of the ways to begin to be conscious of it is to look at your results. So if you're talking about money, look in your wallet. If you want to know how you're doing in the business, look at your team. Look at how many people are signing up. Look at how many people are moving forward. Who are you being? And the other day we did talk about be, do, have. And be, do, have was you need to spend time thinking about the person you intend to become, right? So you then start getting those results. I'm going to show you this in from a slightly different angle, okay? And hey Ray, hey Reggie, she's here. Richards is here, down at the beach, hanging around doing nothing. We've been seeing you hanging around with your sleeveless shirt. You're swole, brother. Anyway, want to share the concept with you about how to create your ideal distributor. Okay, so we're all looking in this industry, in this business, to grow, right? Hey, Lashana, we're looking to grow. We're looking to build. How do we go about doing that, though? How do you actually attract that? Is it luck? I know for years I thought it was just people were just being lucky. And they had people, but the problem was it was happening over and over and over again. Hey Rod, that they were attracting the right person to their business. And so I started searching out why is that. Came across a program, and actually a friend of ours, Brooke Peterson, was a coach and a teacher the system was called the Perfect Customer, and how to not only define that, but how to attract that. Okay, how to attract that. So let me talk about that for just a minute, okay? So the first step I want you to know is, and start thinking about, and this is a process, it may take you 20 minutes, it may take you an hour, you may need to think about it over the next couple of days, but who is your ideal distributor? Who is that, your ideal brand partner? Do you put much thought into what that is? Most people don't. And it's sort of like trolling. You know, if you're out fishing, you just throw the net out, you just kind of catch everything. Really good, really stuff you don't want, you're throwing stuff back. But if you start getting really specific on the type of, in this example, the bait you're using, I mean, this is not really a bait discussion, but what you're putting out, you're going to start getting back a more clear, concise of what it is that you want. So step number one, identify your ideal or your, you just call them your ideal distributor or ideal brand partner, okay? So I want you to make a list. Ideal BP, okay? Because that's who I'm looking for. Now you could look for just anybody to sign up, and you're going to get anybody signing up, okay? You'll get customers, you might get a member or two, but because there's no specificity there, say that fast 4 times, no specificity there, you're going to get unspecific results. You'll be more like a wandering generality rather than a meaningful specific. That I think that was Zig Ziglar who said that. So, who's our ideal? I'm going to throw some ideas up here as we're going through this so we can all see them. Here's a list I started yesterday because I found myself the last week going, I'm not creating people in front of me. What's missing? And I finally realized whenever there's something missing, usually I can hit this pretty quick. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. I always look inward and go, okay, who am I being? So the other day we talked about be, do, have. You got to look, and that really had me look at and go, okay, I need to be doing this on a consistent basis. So who's the ideal brand partner for me? Number one on the list for me is a self-starter, right? And what I mean by that is somebody who, man, I don't have to call them and say, hey, let's get going. Hey, let's get going. The ideal person, they've self-started, they're already running fast, and I've got to catch up with them. That's ideal, right? I don't want people that have to or need to be coached. I want people like the Rich Schaefers. I want people like Darlene. I want people like Chantel. I want people that just get up and go. And good luck catching them, right? That's ideal, right? So I want somebody who just gets in as a self-starter, okay? Number one. Number two, they need to be positive. I love being around positive people. People love being around positive people. That draws more people to you. So someone who's positive. For me, authentic. You know, in this industry, you know, it used to be, is less and less, but it used to be the three-piece Armani suits, the $10,000 Rolex watch. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Get out of my way. I want somebody who's authentic. I'd rather have somebody who could actually talk to somebody, create a meaningful relationship, because that's what creates people staying along. You don't need thousands of people on your team. Hey, Darlene, you don't need thousands of people. You just need one of the top people for Amway. He said he made 1,200 presentations. He had 385 people who decided to get into business, customer or member, and out of those, it was like 10 or 11 of them ran, and he became a multimillionaire. So you don't need thousands of people. You may have to go through a few, and he did that over a 5-6 year period. It wasn't like every night, right? But he was just in this process, and he saw the big picture. I want somebody authentic. That's important to me. That's who I am, right? I want someone authentic. We can all say genuine. Okay? As thoughts are coming to you guys, put them down here. Put them on here, who you're looking for. I want somebody who sets goals and then executes an action plan. Simple way to say this, talk is cheap, right? I want someone that does that, right? That's a great person to have on the team. How about belief in self? I notice when I'm not clear on some of these, and belief in self is one, I attract people that need a huge amount of support. It takes a lot of time, where the reality is there's people that already have belief in themselves in the world. I'm not attracting them to me, okay? Joy, someone who's hungry, goes after the business because they want to earn a 6-figure income. Absolutely. Let's put that down. 6 figure, that's 100,000 or more, right? 6, I'm going to put 7, or 7-figure earner. Not only who wants it, why don't we attract somebody who's done it, right? Once or done it. Why do we have to start small and figure out how to get them to get there, or work with them for 5 years? What if you have somebody that comes in, and we've had people looking at the business guys that have made multi-millions in this industry. I want to attract them people, right? Fantastic. Somebody to assist with training, somebody who's into training people. That's ideal for me, because leaders teach. And to me, that's one of the signs of a leader, so that's important. Plays big. The person who says, I'm going after $100,000 a year or a month, they're thinking big. Now, they got some work to do, right? They got some work to do, but if they're doing that and executing plans, they're going to get it. But that's who I'm looking for. That's ideal. How about this? For me, platform speaker. What's that? Platform speaker trainer. Somebody that'll get in front of 1,000 people. Because if they're thinking big and a 6 or 7-figure earner, they're going to be in front of a few thousand people. And we've had the opportunity to talk with 1,000 or more in the room, and 5 to 10,000 that were live streamed. I love that. I want other people that are would it scare me? Yeah. But did I do it? Yeah. Will I do it again? You bet. Because I want somebody who sees the big picture and understands they need to be training and teaching, right? How about this one? Somebody who reaches and has a goal to reach platinum in 45 days. Can it be done? Sure. Has it been done? No, that's okay. There's somebody that'll do that. It'll happen in the next year. I want them on my team. Wouldn't you want them on your team? Right? And then they reach Rose in 3 months. That's what I want, right? What else can you guys come up with? I'm not seeing any other things. What else would be ideal for you guys? What are you looking for? I've got self-starter, positive, authentic, genuine, sets goals and executes an action plan. Belief in self, 6 or 7-figure earners who want it, who have done it, right? Training, somebody's into training, somebody who plays big. What other ideas can we throw out there? What else do you want on your team? Who's ideal for you? How about this? Somebody that you'll like. Joy and I call them hot tub friends. We want to work with people that we'd be comfortable pouring an adult beverage and sitting in a hot tub and just hanging around. God, that's who we want to work with. And I learned this a few years ago. There was somebody on my team in the first business I got into in 2004, and he did okay, but then his wife got involved, and she was phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. She drove so much business, but she wasn't a nice person. And in our last company, Joy said, why don't you call her? And I went, no. I don't like her. She's not a nice person. And I wasn't willing to trade money for peace of mind and doing it my way. This is ideal. You don't have to work with people who aren't the right person for you, not the right connection. Don't trade your soul, don't sell your soul just for the dollars, okay? Don't do it. You'll never be happy, okay? We got, Richard said, somebody shows up. Joy's going, integrity, absolutely. Integrity. Those are important pieces, right? Are you starting to get, as we go through the list, stop for a moment and just get a feeling for each one. Does it resonate with you? Now, your list is going to look a little different, right? You're welcome to take as many of these as you can if they're real for you. If they're not, that's fine. Take what is, but put down here what's authentic for you, okay? Now, this is just step one, and a lot of people stop at this step. And they're like, okay, I've got this list. I'm going to sit and meditate on it. I'm going to think every day, 30 minutes a day, thinking about the person I intend to become, right? But first of all, I'm going to think about who I'm looking for, right? I want to get clear on that, because whatever you're clear on is what's going to show up. And if you're not clear, anything shows up. And we've all had that happen on our teams, right? But get clear on it. Get clear on it. Now, here's step number 2, and it's actually the most important step. This is fantastic. You have a list of who you're looking for in your ideal brand partner. And the other day we talked about being the be, do, have. You got to start becoming the person who attracts the final results you want, right? So we talked about no matter where you are, whether it's the new level, which is now called bronze, it used to be titanium, bronze, and you want to get to rose gold in the next couple of months, you've got to start becoming that person. And then once you start thinking about the person you intend to become who has that result of rose gold, you'll start taking those actions and become rose gold. Now, how do you attract these people? It's the same process, okay? And here's the other way I was going to share with you to do it. One way, I want you to think every day. Journal it, write it down. Think about it. Who do you need to become to get that next goal, okay? Now, to attract your ideal brand partner, we're going to make it really specific because we want this ideal, right? Again, make your own list, but this is my list. How do you stack up? If you want to attract something, you've got to become it before it resonates, right? You've got to have the same energy going out that's coming back. And if you're not getting what you want, then you got to look at what energy you're putting out there, okay? And how you know what you're putting out is you notice what you've been getting back. So, I'm looking for a self-starter. How am I in that arena of self-starting? How am I? I can't attract a self-starter if I'm sitting on my butt. I can't. I cannot do it. So this is the list of what I want. Now I've got to be authentic and go, how much do I bring to the table? And you can rate these from 1 to 10, right? From 1 to 10. Well, that color's going out bad. Maybe got another one down here. Here we go. So 1 to 10, does that help? Oh, that's not even that much damn better. What about blue? That's a little better. Okay. So where am I on a self-starter? Do I get up and do things? Do I don't wait for the company to come out with it, that I'll do it, that I'll put together. Man, I'm a 9+ on that, guys. Always room for improvement, but I'm good at that. So I'll resonate that back, right? Being positive, yeah, probably an 8 or so. I have my doubts, my days, and those kind of things. So I want to work and start thinking about how I can be better at this. Who do I need to become positively to attract somebody who's more positive? Authentic and genuine. Man, I'm sorry. I got that in spades. That's just who I am. That's just who I am. You know, I don't have to practice that. It's how I wake up in the morning. That is important to me. Sets goals and executes action plans. Nah, maybe I'm a 7 or an 8 on that. I do really well, but it's not as consistent as I want it. So start evaluating, where are you sitting here? Where do you stand here? Because for you to attract somebody who sets goals and executes an action plan, you've got to be somebody who sets goals and executes action plans. That's what they're going to resonate with. Okay? It's not what you're saying, it's who you're being. The old saying is, dogs know who to bark at. That's because energy does not lie. You've got to be able to, whatever you're putting out, you're getting back already. Why don't we be intelligent about putting out what we want so we're getting back what's going to serve us and fit our next goal? Belief in self. That's something I'm always working on. I'm reading books. The book Jump by Steve Harvey, fantastic book. The book on the storyteller, fantastic. The top TED Talks and how effective and how they do their stories. Working on that because that helps me with my belief in self. So I want to get better at that so I'll attract more people that are that way. 6 or 7 figure. I've done 6 figures a bunch of times, never made 7. So I need to start thinking and acting as if that is one of my goals, right? One of my goals is $100,000 a month in income here, which would put us over 7 figure. So who does that person? How do I need to be to start becoming that person? Because then I'll attract that into my life. Once it or done it. Training. You know, I do a lot with training, so I'm really strong at that. Plays big. We play big. So I want to attract somebody to play big. You can't expect them to play big until you're playing big, right? There's a little chart that I did for a few people a while ago. And let me share it with you. It's the chart. It's the hierarchy of leadership. Okay, and let's say it's from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, all the way down to 1. Okay, 4, 3. Sorry, going small here. 2, 1. And let's say 1 is no leadership skills, and let's say 10. You know, Gandhi, Patton. Anybody that you see, Nelson Mandela, anybody who's this amazing leader, right? And let's say you're a level 5 leader. I mean, you have some pretty good skills, but you don't have enough. You see, the 1, 2, 3s, and 4s are going to look up to you because they're going to resonate with whatever your list is. And by the way, you can move yourself up this list by upping your game, right? When you start upping your game and you start, so at level 5, the 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s, they're going to look up to you. They're going to see you as a leader. They're going to see that what you're resonating with, maybe that's what they want. The 6s, they'll notice you when you walk in a room. They probably won't get in with you. The 7s, nah, probably not. The 8s and 9s, certainly the 9s and 10s won't even notice you when you walk in a room because you are vibrating at a different frequency. You are focused on something else. Maybe it's a lack of clarity because somebody who's a 9 or a 10, man, they're super clear on what they're looking for. They're super clear and they transmit that clarity just by being who they are. And so that's why the discussion of becoming the person you intend to become becomes vital if you want to start attracting and growing. And I'm not saying these are better or worse. I'm saying these are levels that people resonate with, all right, to what you're putting out, you're getting back. And so when you see people that always bring on strong people, that's who they are. There's a consistency there. So if I want to attract, let's say, a 6 or 7 figure earner, chances are I'm not going to do it at a level 5 leadership. I'm going to have to up my game, you know, somewhere around a 7 and 8. They've made 100,000 plus a year. The 9s and 10s, they're probably at 7 figures, over $1 million, right? But the 10s for sure, but somewhere in there. So this whole conversation is all about, and the key, not only to get clear on what you want, but where are you in this? Because when you start acting like that which you want starts presenting itself. It's the people you're looking for are not on Mars. They're already born, they're already on the planet. We're not trying to create somebody, we are trying to align so that we attract that person or persons that fit for what works for us. Okay? You don't have to make a list that is some general, this is what you should be looking for in MLM. I want you to make a list that equals you. How cool would it be to get paid for just being you? But you've got to have clarity on this. And so thinking every day about the person you intend to become is part of it. Getting really clear on who you're looking for. So a platform speaker, I'm looking for somebody who wants to go after Palladium and Rose. somebody we like that we want to work with, somebody that just shows up. I show up every time. That's half of success, and right there, I'm always 2 to 5 minutes early. Integrity. Integrity is huge. So I start looking at this not only for what I want, but who I am in that. And thinking about even the areas I think I'm really good at, how can I be better at that? How can I put more into that it attracts people like this to me in our team, in our front line, okay? So the interesting thing is, just to share how true this is, and you notice it all the time, people with similar values and qualities, they all hang around together, right? If you see a bunch of friends, they say, you can tell that there's a similarity, right? They have common goals, they have common beliefs. It's always been said, if you take your 5 best friends, average their income, that's pretty much close to what you're making. So if you want to upgrade it, you want to hang around with people that are making more money. That's why you come to events. That's why you show up on these training calls. That's why you're reading books. That's why you're always stretching yourself. I mean, if you're happy with what you've been getting, good chance you would never have signed up with Tavala, right? But if you're looking for something else, how is that going to fit? Yeah, I believe praying. I believe being really clear. I think it's a spiritual process, but it begins with you. God has put everybody on the planet you need to be a multi-millionaire. We've now got to align you, whether it's somebody who has gratitude, whether it's somebody who just shows up, integrity. Where are you on your list? Because when you start identifying you and thinking about the person you need to become to match what it is you say you want, those people start showing up. Capiche? Right? Understand? That's one of the keys here, guys. So mindset is somewhere between 90, probably closer to 95% of your business. And if you're a little stymied, like I get sometimes because I'm not focused on what I'm after, make your list. Who are you looking to? Who do you want on your team? Who's ideal? Not who you're willing to put up with. See, the thing is this, we tend to get what we're willing to tolerate. People say, well, how much are you looking for? I want to make $10,000 a month. Or, yeah, well, if I can get there. Well, their number is a heck of a lot lower than $10,000 a month. They might be willing to tolerate $1,000 a month. You know what you're tolerating because that's what you're making. You've been willing to make that deal with life, with the universe, with God, even though everything is abundance. You can have abundance in all ways. You've made an agreement at a certain level, okay? So you can tell when you listen to people, if they say, I'm going to make 6 figures by such and such a date, good chance they are. If they're saying, well, sure, I'd love to make that, they're not quite there yet, okay? And I'm not beating on them, and I'm not beating on you or me, right? Because we all do this. But get clear on who it is you want to attract before you pick up the phone, before you make your Facebook posts. This is the reason that you can have somebody else on the team that makes a Facebook post and they get 20, 30 people, right? And then you take their post, which isn't you, it's them, but you take their post and you post it and you don't get much of a result. Because your energy didn't match that post. That was them, that's not you. You've got to be authentic with who you're being to attract the people that are going to grow your business. So how clear are you on where you're trying to get to, and what your goals are, and who you want to attract? The clearer this becomes, and the clearer you are becoming these two, because when you make your list of what you're looking for, those are important things for you, and for you to attract those, you need to become those. This is one big circle. Isn't it? And it's all here. You can be unbelievably successful in this industry. You don't have to be a salesperson. You don't have to have the gift of gab. You can be unbelievably successful just being you with clarity. You got to have the clarity of where you're headed. Okay? So there's all different types of people. We do the color code test with our team, which is a fun little thing. All the colors, whether it's yellow, red, blue, or white, they all make fabulous leaders. They all. They have different qualities and different ways that they teach and different ways that they grow. Fantastic. It all works. But the one thing in common is they know where they're going, they know who they're looking for, and they're becoming those things to attract those things. Okay? Cool. Khalees, integrity number 1. Obviously, absolutely. That's who you are. You know? So make a list of who you're looking for. Then go back through it and see how you resonate with it, and make some decisions going, hey, I want to be more if that's important to me, in what ways can I be more positive? Self-starter is important. Okay, what ways can I actually improve? Who do I need to become to be a fantastic self-starter? If I put myself in a 9+, what does it take to be a 10? Who do I need to be? Who do I need to become to have that in my life, right? Sets goals, execute action plans. How can I do that better? And the more you resonate with this, the more those people begin showing up in your life. And then your business takes off. And some people are going to think you're lucky, and some people are going to think you're a cool leader, and some people, and it's all done here. If it's not done here, it ain't coming out there. You're going to get a mixed bag. You're going to get a mixed bag. Okay? So take control of your business. Take control of your mind first. Define who you're looking for. Become more like that. Those qualities. This is part of who you're becoming. We talked about be, do, have. This is part of it. It's just a different way to come at it. I started with, instead of you becoming, I wanted you to list who you're looking for. This is your list of who, this is my list right now of who I need to become. And so these are my thoughts. So I'll jot these down. I'll finish adding these. So thanks for your ideas. And I'll spend 5 minutes a day just going through it, maybe morning and evening, seeing myself, seeing that happen, seeing me being these things, and then that's the person I'm attracting, right? Cool stuff. All right, well, I feel compelled to give that little talk. So, you ever want to know what to teach? If you got a team, what do you teach, what do you show? Teach wherever you are. This is what I'm in the middle of. So it's an authentic conversation for me right now. 3 weeks ago, this would not have been an authentic conversation because I wasn't in the middle of this. Now I am. Now I'm exploring it. Now I'm stretching it, looking at it, and see who I need to become to get to that next level. Okay? We're all in that process. That's what makes it fun. Cool beans. Thanks, Reggie. Thanks, Rod. Appreciate you guys. Hey, that's it for today. Have a fabulous rest of your evening. Hey, we got the specials that run, I think, they're in your back office, right? The 4th of July. They're going to run, I believe, through July 4th, so that's pretty cool. By the way, what we did is took all the people that bought samples through our app, and no, actually, I took all of our customers and sent them a quick email going, hey, we got 2 specials. One is these amazing prices. 2, if you upgrade to a member, place an order, we've got 2 sample packs of either the QRS or the trim that we'll send to your 2 bestest friends. Right? Trying to get some people moving. It goes to the 5th of July. Okay, Darlene. The 4th is what, Wednesday or Thursday, so that's cool. But so we sent that out. So we're trying to, and then giving them a reason. We also had another call today from somebody. We get these once in a while, looking for a sample. And it's in the same part of the country that we've had a number of people call that and we always ask questions, how'd you hear about it? Oh, my daughter. Well, how'd your daughter hear about it? Oh, she's got a friend who's doing this. Found some people on another team that always say, hey, call Dave and Joy, they'll send you a free sample. So I said, so funny. So I said to her, well, there's really 2 ways to get a sample. Number one, we sell them for $9.99 on our website. I'd be glad to give that to you. If you're looking to be a customer, if you're looking to be a member, if you're open to looking at our business, I'll send you a free sample. Right? We talked about that last week. If I do this, will you do that? If I send you a sample, will you look at the business and give me your appraisal? And I said, let me give you, she had questions. Well, I just had questions about trim. And at this point, I knew she knew somebody in the business. She was just trying to get a freebie, right? And I said, listen, I'll send you, we made a video on Q&A on trim. And she said, well, thank you very much for your time. And she hung up, and Joy and I just laughed, right? So we use it now as a way to weed out some people. But honestly, I'm looking for somebody who wants to do the business. If they just want to be a customer, I'm getting a little stingier on my samples, and I'm totally fine saying, hey, they're $10. Got a great website. Is the value there? Absolutely. I want people that want to look at the business all day long. But we'll still make some other, we don't always do that, but that's just how I handled it today, and because I had a sense of who this person was. So anyway, that's what I got today. Hey, Reggie, just hopping on here. That's what I got today, so make your list. Who you're looking for, who's ideal, and then evaluate. This is your list for what you need to become to attract those people, okay? Those are important to you. So you want to focus. You build on your strengths, not your weaknesses. A lot of people take their weaknesses and they want to work on them, so now they got everything average. Take your strengths. You can hire people to do your weaknesses. Take your strengths and work on those. Take the things that are important to you and work on those. Get paid for being you, okay? Guys, that's what I got. Have a fabulous rest of the day. Love you. Talk to you soon.